thank you for being here today. It's good to be in front of you and also hear from some of you. Great to hear from you, Alex, and great to hear from Marla and everybody on this call. I miss you all. I don't see you enough. We need another company cruise or trip somewhere. Remember, the motto of Better was first thing to have like a better life by having more fun. And it's so funny. Curtis and I laugh about this all the time. We might be fighting over a topic or a subject because we're just both very passionate about extending and offering the best opportunity for people. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. A lot of people start businesses and because they want to make money for themselves. I mean, and nothing's wrong with that, by the way, but some people, they're always, I got to start a business. I got to start another business. Me. I want more money. And I had enough money. And in my third or fourth attempt at retirement, I thought about all the people that got left behind, frankly. I thought about all the people that had come into my life and into my businesses. I ran a very successful recruiting machine, and we recruited a lot of people. And unfortunately, it's not for everybody. And in my career at that time, in the industry I was in, I thought, man, those were a lot of really good people that are gone. They're not gone, but they're just not in business with us anymore and in life with us. And how do we get them back? Or how do we help the next wave of people have more success than the last wave? What were some of the challenges that last group had? And I thought, well, licensing was a challenge. Not everybody thought it was easy or wanted to go study for a test and get a license, especially if you were 19 years old and fresh out of school and you're used to taking tests, no problem. But if you're 78, you might not have taken a test in about 60 years. So the thought of it was a deterrent, right? Rejection. How about having to go sit down and sell things and become a great salesperson if you're an introvert or not such a good talker? What can we do to help those people, right? And so, look, I did this and started this whole company to go help people, make a difference. And that's why I did it. And money would be the byproduct. If we did a good job, maybe there's some money in it. And, in our first year fumbling around, and we did fumble, we paid out a few million extra bucks to people. And the people that made the few million paid zero. So they didn't have to pay anything and barely do that much. And we paid out a few million bucks. And then we perfected our system and moved stuff around and added stuff to the platform and took stuff off. And by the way, it's always going to be that way. If something's not working, we're not ashamed. We'll pull it off. And if it's working great, we'll put it on. And some products come and go. They're only here for a moment and they're not anymore. And some are in for the long haul. Debt, I have an idea, is probably here to stay in America. The need for health insurance, unless we get a socialized health system where everyone just automatically gets it, I think there's always going to be a need to save money there and provide better value, So we got things that'll always be on the platform. But I will tell you, we just got a lot better as a company. We really did. No pun intended. We just got better as a company. We're more solid. We're here to stay. It's self-sustaining now. We've come a long way and we're going a long way further. And some people said this, but you are early adopters. Simon Sinek, and you've probably seen his TED Talks. He did the circles. You've probably seen his circle presentation before. And he talked about, I think, cell phones, right? And when these new smartphones come out, there's the early adopters. They wait in line all night outside of the Apple store or whatever to go get the first one. And then there's people who are like, I'm going to wait and let them work the bugs out. I'm going to get it a few months later. And then there's people that are still have the rotary and the dial and the long stringy cord, and they're super late adopters. They never want to change. But I would tell you, a lot of just like everything where there's risk, there's return. Where there's early adoption of something, you're in early. Everyone says they wish they were in early, but most people don't have the guts. And you all have the guts. to be in something that's not perfect in its first couple of years. And if you know one thing about me, I stick with things. I stay with them. I was in my former company, started at age 24, and peacefully exited at age 50. You know, half my life I gave to that, happily and proudly and thankfully. And it was a great investment of time and energy. And then I went to go just do my philanthropy, which I've been doing since 2000. So here we are 24 years into that, out there trying to save some kids. And then I keep trying to golf, and I keep trying to lay on the beach for hours, and I just keep coming back to making a difference, everybody. I know not everyone has a luxury of being able to make those choices, but I will tell you, I don't want to demotivate you, but it's not all it's cut out to be. You know, once you get some nice stuff and you live in a nice house and drive a nice car and you get to eat nice meals and maybe help out some people you care about, there's not much more to it than that. It comes back to making a difference. It comes back to relationships. It comes back to enjoying yourself in all your endeavors. And so that's what we're doing out of the gate. That's what we're doing from the get-go here. And that's why I'm proud to be here with you. And I'm proud to see all of you here. I'm proud of you for being part of this at this early phase. And we are looking for the people that are going to be champions here too. I cannot wait to keep putting more and more success out there into the field and adding more stuff to this platform as time goes. And we'll tweak it. It's going to change. One thing that's always constant is change. So we know that. And we hope you welcome it as much as we do. And keep working on this thing. I don't know if you're enjoying iDecide, but boy, I'm sending out presentations even to technology people, and they love it. The interaction is it was such a treat and such a great advancement in everything that we do. I couldn't imagine living without it. Just like our cell phone, right? You lose your cell phone, you're like, I'd rather lose my wallet. Are you kidding me? We're so addicted to it now, but I did, if you're younger, probably not, but I lived so many years without one. And I think as we come up with this technology and presentations and tools, we're going to think, how did we ever do it without that? And so if you learn to leverage it, though, it will take you into the next stratosphere. So, Curtis, I just want to acknowledge you too. You've been through so much of the ups and downs, and you've learned a lot. You're a young man and still developing in all these areas. You can't really put a title on it. We throw titles around here all the time, but it's not like that. It's everyone does everything. No one's above anything, and we're all thrown in to make this company great. And if you got a stock certificate, guess what? It's your company too. It's our company. So whatever you can do to make this company better and to make this company a better opportunity for you and whoever you introduce, please do. Feel welcome to bring not just your need, but bring your seed and help this become the greatest opportunity that it can become. So God bless all of you. Thanks for being on today. Curtis, I'm going to turn it back to you.